Right, I apologise for starting this video smiling. I apologise, but I've just started this video thrice beforehand and every time ended in disaster. So I'm starting out like giggling because I'm really fucked up. I didn't want to do a video on Ukraine and Russia and all that kind of fandango, right? Because I don't understand it. And I would be hard pushed to find somebody out in the street that can understand it. Because I've looked, right? And I'm not a stupid person. Although I can be really fucking thick, let's face it, right? It's like none of us are up to date on everything. None of us know exactly what it is that's going on out in there in the world, right? None of us do. We're not meant to, right? This shit comes hot off the back of AIDS. So we've had 2 years worth of the Rona, and that's all that we had in the news. So Vladimir Putin didn't have any problem with Ukraine for 2 fucking years. Right? All of the years before that. Well, obviously, he must have done. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it, right? And so we've had 2 years of the Rona, and then it's like, in Britain, we've had all that dropped. Obviously, in Canada, Trudeau, or Damien Thorne as is otherwise known. Oh God, like literally, I always thought of Justin Trudeau as a good guy. I always thought of Vladimir Putin as a good guy. Now, obviously, there are tales that he was replaced. I ain't one of these woke people who's like every woman in the world is a man and every famous woman is actually a man, and you know, like I don't go for all this actor-based reality. This is a new one. Apparently, one of my Facebook friends, well, I say friends, a person on my Facebook, thinks that Tom Holland and I think it's James McAvoy are the same person. Now, and this old actor-based reality thing, they're saying, like, often that 2 people who exist and have 2 separate lives are the same person because... And they have different hairlines, different ears, different nose shapes, different chins, different eyes, different eye colours. Like, different eye colours, I'll accept that. Because there's such a thing as contact lenses. But you cannot take a receding hairline, that, like a widow's peak, that's grey, and then have somebody like Tom Holland, I want to say James McAvoy. I think it's McAvoy, this geezer, who's apparently 17 years older than Tom Holland, right? And they're like every single thing on their face is different. Like there isn't a similarity. I know, I apologise to this Facebook friend, but they said, after looking at this, I can only deduce that these are the same people. Tell that to their loved ones. When Tom Holland was a young boy and appearing in, what's it, Little Boots guy, I can't remember, because actor-based reality, obviously. I'm having a glitch in the Matrix. Billy Elliot, that's the one. So when Tom Holland was performing at Billy Elliot and James McAvoy was a fully grown actor appearing at RADA, like, like, what? So Tom Holland went like, oh, Mummy, I've just had my dinner. I've got to go and perform at the Royal Shakespeare Theatre because James McAvoy is about to attend and I've got to go after grow up 17 years. Like, the world's gone mad. Speaking of the world gone mad, we're now at war. Well, we're not now at war. Vladimir Putin is at war. Keir Starmer warns Labour MPs anyone attacking NATO will be booted out. And herein lies the problem. Because before all of the war thing happened, the only thing I heard about it all going to happen is the fact that Putin didn't want NATO involved. Right? Now, we're going back many a year now since I heard NATO is not a good thing. Anything EU, like literally anything that says European in it, anything that ties anything together is a bad fucking thing, because the people, them guys, you know that thing I keep on doing. These guys want a one world government, and NATO is a part of that. So literally, when we're saying fuck you Russia, what we're saying is go NATO. Right? Go NATO. Let Ukraine be part of NATO. Half of the people don't even know how to say Ukraine, because even the fucking Speaker of the House in Parliament calls it the Ukraine. Right? Now, I wanted to do a separate video about it. Let's just stick it in here. There is no other country that I can think of other than Ukraine that sounds like it should have a the before it. Ukraine sounds like a country that should have a the before it, does it not? But it doesn't, no. One of the many things that sets Ukraine apart, not least, one of the things that sets it apart is the fact that their Prime Minister, he appeared on Dancing on with the Stars, or whatever they call it there, voiced Paddington in their country, has written and starred in multiple films and TV shows, one of which where he became the president and now is the president. And I shall leave you on this one, because at the end of the day, I'm never going to make sense at this point in time, because nothing makes fucking sense. And I don't think that this is a war, and I don't think we need to be worried, but I think that the exact same people that we needed to be taken down last week, we need to be taken down this week. But I'll leave you on this one. If this comedian and script writer and actor can become the president of Ukraine, I think that in the UK, not UK, like we can have the UK, the United Kingdom. We're not united for fuck, to be fair. But in the UK, I think we should be allowed to have Ali G. Because I don't think that there's anybody who's stood in Parliament and spoken as much sense as Ali G did. Yes, he did it for a film. But if the Ukrainian dude can do it, then why can't we have Ali G? Ali G for the win. Let's fucking go, son. 2022, the year that something's got to fucking change. Do not agree. Love you all. Good boy.